The nomad lifestyle has been such a gift in this world that I am so grateful for God that He gave me the gift to be able to live freely at the age of 36 rather than having to wait till I was in my 60s to retire, which I truly was in almost a state of depression when I thought about how long I was going to have to work. And I want to explain how my nomad lifestyle, which has been cars, sleeping, grandmom sleeping for a little back in Philly, then the beach for a little bit, then then Airbnbs, and I have literally not had a permanent place of residence for the last 9 months. And every single step of the way, I've always had what I've needed, which is awesome. But I've got to experience life for what life is. It is an experience for all of us. We, as individuals, are spirits having human experiences. And as I get to experience more people, as I get to experience more nature, as I get to experience more health, as I get to experience more wisdom, as I get to experience more knowledge, as I get to experience more places, I learn more about myself and others. And I have been so introspective throughout this journey. And I've learned so much about myself through having to struggle, but learn to overcome it, that I know for a fact, no matter what comes into my life, I can always overcome anything. And that's through God's grace, of course, but it's also through the fact that I have continued to push and continued to push. That is my mantra. I've said this before, just keep going when I get stuck anywhere. And being a nomad has had some really cool experiences. I'm friends with a bunch of people I never would have met before. I am now no longer lazy. I get out and go do things. I go to meetings. I bring meetings to halfway houses. I work at a rehab. I play pickleball. I do basketball. I do the sauna. I do cold plunges. I even eat healthier from doing it because I was always eating meals on the run. So I'd grab bananas and I grab fruit and I grab almonds and I have all these things. I now know that the environment in which you put yourself, which I needed this environment. I needed Florida. I needed the sun. I needed the grounding. I needed the people. I needed the community. I needed my own space to be me, to experience who Josh was, who Josh is now, to be able to grow in every aspect of every part of my life. I now speak better. I now listen. Biggest part of all this is I now know how to listen very well. I listen very well. I'm better with relationships. I'm better with processing things. I'm better with journaling and writing my thoughts down so I understand. I'm more introspective. I look at how my days have gone so I understand the things I want to do versus what I don't want to do. I understand what my best routines are for me. I understand the places I now want to put myself rather than the unconscious living of where I put myself before. So what I will say, I'll never tell anyone to quit your job and do what I did. God told me to do this in a meditation and a meeting I had, but I can't ever recommend this for anyone because there aren't a lot of people that I know that would have the strength to be able to leave all of the things I left behind and know that everything was going to be better than I expect. I just wasn't going to know the path. Just follow my intuition, and that's what I've done. And every step of the way, it's worked out perfectly in divine timing. But I will say, what comes from my nomad life of showering at LA Fitnesses or even like the foods that I eat, like I'm eating better because I need the energy. That's another thing. I didn't even think about that till right now. I was eating better because I noticed the healthier foods gave me more energy. So like it made me eat better. Fruits have high vibrations to them. It made me feel better. I would have never started a podcast, but I had time to do that rather than sitting on my computer and doing all my finance work. I had time to start this podcast. I had time to start giving motivational speeches. I had time to go meet new people and hear their ideas and make the ideas my own or what my belief system was. I had time to understand what my beliefs were and how I could change it. And I had time to understand that I create my reality. And the way I like to think about this, especially now that I'm so far down this path and there's nowhere to go but up from where I was that when you truly decide that you want to change your life, nothing can stand in your way if you believe in yourself. God believes in you. You just need to believe in you because that is the version that is supposed to exist that will tell you where to go next. And every day I have a new experience that I was just thinking about this the other day. If right now we'll say, for instance, actually, it is Wednesday afternoon, just got done sitting by the pool after a meeting and a sauna and eating some food, where I would have been in the office all day, but I am out here talking to you. I'm out here enjoying nature. So find things that you love. Stop being so tied down by what others think or what you need to do in this world. You are you. You have one human experience to live for right now. Go do it. Go be it. Enjoy yourself. I can tell you that material shit does not matter when you have freedom. Freedom is so much more, I'm so much more grateful for that than I am for the fact that I used to think the material stuff or the drinking or the drugs or whatever it may be used to be my happy place. My happy place now is knowing that I don't have to do anything. I can do things on my time, on God's time, and I can continue to do the next best thing consciously that I can for myself and others. And from that, I will continue to be led down the right path, because I know that no matter what happens, if you look back at your life, everything you've been through, every single thing, you are alive, you are listening to this, you will always be fine. Everything is fine. We are creating suffering with our minds. I used to create suffering all the time by how bored I was and how upset I was at myself for not doing anything, and how I was resentful or angry, or just all these things crossed my mind. I don't even have time for them anymore. I don't give a shit about them. They don't matter. Because when you have freedom and you're living your truest, most authentic life, there is no room for that stuff anymore. I am happy. I am whole. I am joyous. I am kind. I am compassionate. I am loving. And first and foremost, I had to learn self-love first. And this journey down a path of happiness and joy and struggle, but for growth, has been of self-love. So then I could spread love to others. You can do this too. You don't have to be a nomad, but you have to start something new in order for the change to evolve. I love you all. Share, like, comment. Let's start hearing some journeys of other people so I can hear maybe what some other nomads are going through, or what some other people through their spiritual awakening and sobriety are going through. Just want to hear from some more people so I can get a good understanding of everything, because I like hearing other people's stories too. We're all living in this world together.